So when I sat down to edit this video, I realized I had 6.5 hours of raw footage. But out of that 6.5 hours, I had no intro, nothing to actually make sense of what this video is about at the beginning. So, which, by the way, if you don't know me, my name is Emma and I run a little polymer clay shop out of my New York City apartment. I have this little section in my living room. I make worry stones. I made these few this morning and I have, at this moment, around 130 more worry stones to make. Because since also filming this video and since dropping my worry stones, I had some short form content actually go viral. I never thought that would happen to me, but it did. And I got like a huge amount of orders. I've never gotten I've worked many jobs in my life, none which were high paying. But all that to say, this video, we're going back a few weeks to the very end of July and the beginning of August. I'm gonna bring you along for about a week and a half of my life. We're gonna do a lot of sculpting. You're gonna see a lot of worry stones made, as well as it being just kind of like a video diary for me. You're gonna get a lot of like kind of raw, candid thoughts, because besides the fact of like, hey, I'm just gonna vlog after my shop drop, I didn't have any plan for this video, so you're just coming along with me. And then we will end the video by shipping out the first batch of orders. So if that sounds fun to you, I hope you stick around. Maybe you can even like do a little craft or we can co-work together. I know I love watching YouTube while I'm working on my small business. So anyways, thank you for being here. And without further ado, welcome to the vlog. Okay, we are removing the password on my website. She is open for business. Okay, we are 8 minutes into the drop and we already have these orders. Oh my God. Thank you so much. It really means so much. I'm so happy. So one of the things I love about Shopify is you can like see behind the scenes of like what's happening in your shop. Like I can actually see like where people are. And then when someone makes a purchase, there's a little like blue line logo, woo, from like your location to where my shop is in New York. So it's like, it literally like connects the two of us visually. I don't know, it's just cool. Oh my gosh. And we're gonna be shipping to a new country for this job. I know people mind saying their names, but it's not their last name, so it's still kind of anonymous. But thank you, Alexandra in Italy, for purchasing some worry stones. I'm so excited to send them to you. I haven't sent any packages to Italy yet, so that's gonna be really, really exciting. Ah! This feels crazy. I still can't believe it. I'm so grateful. But I actually have been in a health fair the past week, and then I woke up this morning with a head cold. I am on Dayquil right now, and this is definitely like, it's lifted my spirits. But I am gonna go. I'll rest later. Don't worry. I'm gonna rest. I'll rest. I released 10 new items in the shop drop, as well as doing the same items from my first worry stone shop drop. We added on these 7, like I'll call them my classic shape worry stones. An otter holding her favorite rock, my deer, gray seal, and funfetti seal. There are 4 cows. We have cloud cow, starry nights cow, and strawberry cow, and blueberry cow. And then we have some new worry stone designs, like shapes. We have tangerine snail and strawberry snail. And the back of their shells are like where the worry stone part is, like where you can put your little thumb. Strawberry cow milk carton worry stones. The part for your thumb is in the back. I'm gonna go rest and have some lunch, and I'll check in with you later. Good morning. It is Monday, so it's a couple days later. The last time that I saw you, I think, was right after the shop drop. The shop drop, it went well. Obviously, the largest amount of orders came in on Saturday when I did the shop drop, but I've still had some orders rolling in since then, which has been exciting. I actually just got another order like 20 minutes ago for a couple worry stones, which I love. It makes me so happy. I actually already made some last week. So I'm first gonna go through this bowl. And technically I started making this because I was gonna do market this past weekend, and then I ended up pulling out of the market. It's a long story, but it means we have a head start to make all these orders. So I'm gonna go through this, see exactly what I made and what I still need to make. Well, that whole thing fell over. But in this is around like there's like a little over 30 worry stones, I think, in here. And these are just the orders that I got on Saturday. And so I still have more to sculpt after that. I've already started writing some of them down back here, the ones that have come in since. So this is gonna be a really fun vlog. We're gonna do a lot of claying and sculpting, and I am so excited. And I feel like I say this a lot, but like seriously, thank you so much. Like it means so much that I'm able to add some comfort into your life, even if it feels sometimes in my head like it's just clay, it feels silly, but like it's not silly. Like it does have a purpose, it does have a meaning, and it is helping people. And I am so passionate about mental health and helping people find ways to take care of themselves. Good morning. Okay, shall we do a little sculpting? I think we're gonna start out with plow cows today. Okay, so I ended up sculpting. I didn't get quite as much done as I would have liked to this morning. Things just took longer than expected. These little cloud cows, I love them, but they take a long time. Here's what we got to this morning. 6 cloud cows, a little deer, and a little black kitty. And then just because it's summer and there's fans and AC going, I always like to cover my little tray with a little bit of parchment paper to keep the dust from blowing on it, which I didn't used to do this. And then a week ago, I just let them sit out here for about a day. And then when I came back, they were covered in dust because we have our AC back here, which I'm honestly very grateful for because it is hot today. I think right now outside it's like 95, 97 degrees. But I did also just take a little break and I made myself some lunch. Let me show you. Ta-da! Here we have a little watermelon, cucumber, mozzarella, delicious little salad, which I am very excited to dive into. Hi dear. I'm gonna take a little break, eat this, hang out with my chihuahua, and then we'll get back to some other work. And now we are gonna make a little otter holding her favorite rock. I love this one so much, and I'm so happy y'all love her too. Bake these and I will catch up with you, not tomorrow because I'm helping my friend move, but I'll catch up with you the day after tomorrow. We'll do a lot more sculpting because I need to sculpt. I need to get them done. So I, as you saw, just made a cup of coffee. It is the afternoon. Hi, I guess this is the first time I'm like really speaking to you today. I'm also at the moment making some cold brew, which this, as the name suggests, I'm gonna put it in the fridge, let it cold brew, and it'll be ready in the morning. As you've seen, I've been sculpting this morning. It is a handful of days since like the last time I filmed. I've just been doing a lot of sculpting. I work at my part-time job. Yesterday I was clicking, clacking it away. Oh man, keep dropping everything. So as I was saying, I've been doing a lot of sculpting lately. I've been doing as much as I healthily, sanely can to get these orders out, which I am happy to say that all the orders will be shipped within their actual shipping windows. I'm just on the later half of the shipping window at the moment, but I'll get them all out. And then hopefully I will then be able to have my turnaround be a little quicker because my hope is that I can also have a little back stock so that I'm not making every single one as orders come in, so I can kind of get things turned around to you a little quicker. let's chat for a second while we make all the little funfetti wrinkles. So recently I was talking to one of my friends, and recently she just finished writing her novel, and so she is starting the process of putting it out there and pitching it to get it published. But in our conversation, she made a comment about how I appeared fearless throughout all of this, and I am just like, that is so, well, in my mind, so far from the truth. For me, I felt so fearful throughout this process, and it just felt like one major vulnerability hangover after the next that just like lasted constantly for at least the good first 6 months. Some nights I just wouldn't be able to sleep because of like the vulnerability hangover, because of the fear, because of just like all the worries of like, what if this doesn't work out? What if I'm doing the wrong thing? What if I embarrass myself, look silly? The self-doubts and fears would run through my brain constantly. And for me, through therapy, one of the main modes I did was IFS, which is internal family systems, which essentially has to do with all the little parts of yourself. Like if you've seen the Inside Out movies, especially Inside Out 2, like that's a very understandable, good representation of like what IFS is. And so for me all the time, I would just then, whenever I feel fearful, I would just be like, hey fear, I see ya. But it's okay, we'll get through this, I got this, you can sit back, and just trying to like work through it. And then reflecting on the fact that doesn't happen as much anymore. And not to say that I still don't have scary moments and moments of self-doubt, because I definitely do, but it's just not nearly as frequent as it was before, which is great. But reflecting on those moments, I actually would say that I was fearless. Not because I didn't feel fear at all, but because I didn't let the fear stop me. I didn't let it hold me back. I said, I see you there, fear. I hear ya. We're gonna do this anyways. Good morning. It is the next day. These are all the worry stones that I've previously made. I have made a lot of them, and I'm just gonna go through and just quality check the backs of these as I'm taking them off. I'm gonna need to get something else to hold these in because these things are overflowing. So on the agenda today for sculpting, I need to make more strawberry cows, 1 strawberry snail, and then I also need to make 2 of my cow milk cartons, which is currently I think on my bag. Got my prototype here, so I need to make 2 of these. Seriously, where does the time go? It is now almost 7 o'clock. Now I'm gonna finish sculpting these. I then need to sculpt some more things, and I also wanna like prep some stuff for packing tomorrow. I'm honestly feeling really tired, and I love filming, but sometimes I just wanna sit in my little home and ask for clay, and I don't wanna feel perceived at all. So I'm like in a fine mood. I'm just kind of tired and I want to try to get things done a little bit quicker. So I'm going to turn the camera off for tonight. I will check with you tomorrow morning and we will get this wrapped up. And then we got to jump right into the next vlog. We got a market this weekend and I got to start filming this market vlog. There's going to be lots of filming this week and I'm very excited. But for now, I'm going to go hide away in my little hole and just sculpt. And I will check in with you in the morning. Good morning. I am getting all the little pieces ready to be sent off. I'm going to sand down with some sandpaper. And when you're sanding down polymer clay, you want to start at a lower number for sandpaper. So I'm starting with the 600 grit, and then I'm going all the way up to 1500. I wet sand everything because I don't want the little dust particles fly up into the air. If you do ever dry sand polymer clay, always make sure you wear a mask because you don't want to breathe in those particles. And this is actually a new thing I'm doing. I haven't been sanding down my clay before. I would just be very meticulous, but it would turn out right just from sculpting. Plus, as much as I want to get it perfect with just sculpting and not having to sand, there's only so much you can do with that. And so I just figured I would take my products up to the next level and give them a little sanding. I'm definitely trying just like not to feel stressed today, because not there's anything wrong, not that anything bad's going on. I just have like a lot of things going on and a little too much, which is making me feel a little stressed out, if I'm being honest. I'm doing a market this weekend and I am excited for the market and I'm glad I'm doing it. I also feel kind of stressed about it though, because I feel like I have too much on my plate, especially with that and doing a part-time job and just trying to like take care of myself and be a good partner and wife. And so all I have to say, I'm very much looking forward to the market. This is one of those times where I wish I had like a proper studio and I wasn't just working in my kitchen, but what you gonna do? It's just how it is. Wow, these are literally so nice and smooth. I wish you could like feel it through the screen. Like, can you see that? Like, look at how smooth it is. I wish you could just like feel it through the screen, because that is literally smooth like butter. One really important thing with me when it comes to my business is that I'm always growing and I'm always evolving and I'm always just making improvements. Like occasionally something big will happen overnight, but most growth, it happens gradually, it happens slowly. It comes from just making little changes, taking little steps day after day. And before you know it, maybe everything has like literally changed. Look at this little pupper. Welcome to my kitchen, where we are going to pack our orders. One, I was getting tired of sitting, and also two, I'm just able to spread out a little bit better here. Well, that did not go to plan. Hopefully my thermal printer did not break. So what happened is I got to the very end of my roll of stickers and then it went crazy because the very last sticker has like a sticky part on it and it got stuck to the back of the machine and the machine was trying to work and the stickers weren't going through, and I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think we're good. I put in a new roll of stickers and let's see if it works. Please print. Oh, she's a little off kilter. Let's try again. It's working. Let's print off the rest of these stickers. Okay, we're at the final last step. We got all of the shipping labels printed. I have all these stickers back here to then put on the packages like this. I'm gonna do that and then we're gonna go drop them off. I also know this vlog is pretty similar to like the last video I put out, so I hope you like it. It seems like people like the last video, so I hope you like this one too. And then after lunch break, I'm gonna be picking my camera back up again. And we're gonna start with the market prep because today is Friday and I have my market the next 2 days, this weekend, which it doesn't feel quite real. I feel like I've gotten really good at living in the present moment, but then sometimes it also makes it hard for my brain to conceptualize like what is about to happen. But maybe that's also good. I don't feel super stressed about the market. I was feeling very stressed about it. To be honest, I was feeling super stressed. Let me start doing these packages while we talk. Honestly, I was feeling very, very stressed about the market this week. Like, to the point where I was debating, like, do I pull out of it? But I don't want to pull out of it. I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and do it. It's going to be a different kind of a market. It's going to have more of the vibes, I think, of like a street market where it's just kind of like passerbyers coming by and tourists and people in the city. So I really don't know financially what it's going to be like. I did get a half booth for this one instead of my full booth because I didn't want to invest a ton of money. So I only paid $200 to get a half booth, so I'm going to be sharing a table with someone else. I tried looking the other person up like on Instagram and I couldn't find the business, so I honestly don't know who I'm sharing my booth with. But as I was saying, I was feeling really, really stressed about the market, and then I basically had the realization of like, Emma, you literally cannot do it all. Some things have to give and take, and I have to use my creativity and my problem-solving skills to figure out how to make this market worthwhile while also being realistic about like the time and energy and resources that I do have. Because, and also as I've been watching other small businesses, I've also noticed there's some that do like in-person and online shops a lot, but for a lot of the businesses that are doing really well, I have noticed that they kind of tend to pick one or the other. They either do in-person or they do online, and it's honestly hard to do both, especially if it's like a handmade business. I feel like back before I was getting, you know, this amount of online orders, doing markets seemed easier because I, you know, wasn't having to produce so much to send out, but now my online shop's doing better. It's honestly hard to kind of juggle both and do both. Long story short is that I think I'm gonna make my primary focus my online shop. But at the end of the day, I'm still very happy I'm doing the market. I think it'll be fun. I'm very curious how it's gonna go. I'm also gonna kind of use it as a bit of a opportunity to kind of clear out some of my old products that I had made, some items that I already have laying around, instead of making a bunch of new products, because honestly, I don't have time to make a lot of new products. And so I'm very proud of myself for being more realistic about like my capacity, my energy, and my time, and finding a really good creative solution to still be able to do the market, still make it hopefully very profitable, but doing it in a way that is sane for me and where I'm at right now. And with this last package, we are done packing it up, and I can officially take all of this to post office. Thank you so much for coming along with this video. I really hope you liked it. I really appreciate you being here. And thank you so much to everyone who placed an order. I'm so excited to send these out to you. And I'm very excited to make the rest of the orders. After I take these to the post office and have a little lunch, I'm gonna be picking this camera back up and we're gonna start on our market vlog. So I'll kind of see you very soon. For you, there'll be a little gap between uploads, but the next video will basically pick up right after this one leaves off, that'll be very fun. I've never actually done that before, I don't think. Anyways, have a really great rest of your day. Do something fun, do something creative, do something good for yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!